Hello and welcome to another Sprues and Brews unboxing. Today we're having a look at the new Knights of the Realm on foot for Warhammer The Old World. So first of all I want to say a massive thanks to Games Workshop for sending us a free box of these early to check out on the site and review. This is part of our massive Old World coverage that we've got on the site today. So we've been sent the Kingdoms of Bretonnia army box, which we've had a look at with the core rulebook in another video. We've also got the Battle Standard Bearer on Royal Pegasus as well. So yeah, if you are interested in the Old World, we've got a load of other videos up today, plus a full write-up over on spruesandbrews.com as well. But in this video, we're having a look at the Knights of the Realm on foot. This is one of the new units that they've added for the Bretonnians, and they look amazing. Really cool. I can't wait to open them up. Essentially, it's a box of 20 knights on foot that can be built either with, if we look on the back, sword and shield, or we can give them great weapons as well. I love the fact that these are coming in a box of 20 because I expected them to come in 10s. From a price point of view, they are £50, I want to say. Yeah, they are £50, I believe, for the box of 20, which isn't bad at all. I was a little bit worried that Old World stuff would be quite expensive. Obviously, we had stuff like, units of 10 coming out for like £32.50 for some of the old Empire stuff. That's obviously going to get repurposed into the Old World. I kind of hope that all of the releases are boxed into like regiment size boxes with a bit of a discount compared to how they used to be available separately. So yeah, and what's cool about this is that you get 2 sets of the command options as well. So if you did want to build a unit of 10 with swords and shields and a unit of 10 with halberds, you can absolutely do that. So yeah, so in the video what we're going to be doing is having a look at the components, having a look at the instructions, seeing how they go together, and then at the end of the video I'll have these built and we'll do a bit of a size comparison and have a look at the assembled models. So yeah, without further ado, should we crack these open and have a look at what they look like. So this is a brand new kit. A lot of the stuff that we looked at in the Old World starter box is old returning stuff from 2003. These are all brand new kits. So first of all we get a load of 25mm bases. That's what these guys are on. It's what a lot of the infantry in the Old World is on as well. So we've got articles coming up over the week or two for all of the different factions. So we're talking about base sizes, talking about decent units. So make sure you check out spruesandbrews.com if you want to know what bases your stuff's going on. And then onto the kits themselves. It looks like we get an awful lot of frames. Now, are these all going to be the same is the question. So they're the same. They're the same, and then we've got a couple of sprues of weapon options. Okay, so it looks like we've got 4 sprues for the knights. I'm guessing they come 4 to a sprue, and it looks like they've got quite a few pieces. If you've watched the Old World box unboxing, you'll know that a lot of the old Bretonnian kits haven't really got many parts, but these are a load of parts, and I'm interested if there's any spare bits here that you could potentially use to make your Knights of the Realm more interesting. But yeah, they're really cool. I'm probably going to be building these guys with shields, just because I think it's going to make them more interesting to paint, having a nice surface to put some heraldry and transfers on. They're obviously building them with two-handed weapon, gives you the strength bonus. You do miss out on initiative, and I think initiative is going to be very useful in your battles in the Old World. Arguably for Bretonnia you've got, knights with lances and stuff if you need some hard-hitting stuff. Give these shields and you have I forget what the rule is, but if you forsake taking the first turn, your whole army gets a ward save. So these guys with shields and a ward save makes them a nice little unit to hold the line and pin units in place while your knights wheel round to do some kind of flank charges. So we get that. We also get 2 duplicate frames of the different weapon options as well. So you can see all the great weapons on there and all the command options too. So yeah, loads and loads of parts there. So I think it's going to be quite fun working on these. I've not decided how I'm going to paint these. I do kind of like the disjointed, everybody's got their own heraldry approach that you had in like classic Bretonnians. Obviously for the studio army for the old world, they've gone for like a red and black scheme across the entire army. So what I might do is do like a unified colour pairing, but each knight has the kind of the checkering and the positioning of the colours different, because then you get the best of both worlds. Then you've got the kind of the nice look of the, you know, I guess unified colours, but you've got the breakup of how they're placed on the model. So they're really, really nice. What you also get in all of the Bretonnian boxes as well is a new transfer sheet as well. So this lets you, if it wants to focus, this lets you put your heraldry, your fleur-de-lises and your various different icons on your knights as well. So that's really good to see there. Obviously some people, I'm sure, will go to town with freehanding a lot of this stuff, but yeah, it's good that there's transfers here for the people who want that option. And obviously you've got some kind of fleur-de-lis icons there too, so yeah, really, really cool. So before we jump ahead and have a look at the assembled models, we'll have a quick look at the assembly instructions for these two. So if we pop this open, we can see that they've got a lot more parts than some of the other models that we've seen in the core box. So you probably want to take your time on working out how you want to build these and the positioning. One thing I would recommend as well, even on 25mm bases, I tend to build my models and then don't stick them to the bases yet, because that allows you to make sure they all rank up properly. 25mm does give you a bit more space around them, and the way all these cloaks are flowing means that they should sit kind of nice next to each other. But by building all the models and then attaching them to the bases, you can make sure that the footprint of the unit kind of works the way you want it to. Especially in the old world, the fact that you might want to change between, I don't know, a 5x4 block to something a bit wider but less ranks. So yeah, make sure that you can position them where you want to. I'm probably going to go for the hand weapons and shields because they look cool, but obviously we get the options for both in here too. So if you wanted to, because you've got two of those like command sprues, you could build a unit of each of them if you wanted to. So what we're going to do now is jump ahead to the future and we'll have a look at the assembled models and see what they're like built. So a little time has passed since I filmed the first half of this video, and the Knights on Foot are finally up for pre-order. I don't know why it happened. This often happens where things, for one reason or another, get delayed and pushed back in the schedule. These were due to go up the same day as the launch box, but unfortunately they've been delayed, but it's well worth the wait because they are absolutely gorgeous kits. So let's take a look at them in the flesh. Now I've painted these guys up as part of my Bretonnian force using the classic kind of like red and blue colour scheme, and they are so nice to paint up. I really enjoyed working on these. It's a double-edged sword, isn't it? A lot of the kits for the old world are returning old kits, and where they put out new plastic kits like the New Lord on Pegasus or the Bone Dragon, or these guys are absolutely gorgeous. So I'm hoping that for, you know, some of the other kind of races that are on the way, there will be some new plastic kits. Obviously for Orcs and Goblins, we've not seen anything about that yet. There are some resin models that are coming back and new ones coming, and there's a few named characters in both of the Bretonnian and the Tomb King books as well. So yeah, I'm sure we'll see some more stuff on the way, but this is a really nice kit. So I built them with swords and shields just because I wanted the shields to be able to do the design on them, so I thought that looked really nice. Now from a game point of view, they can be equipped with both double-handed weapons and swords and shields, so I'm sure you'd be fine as using that to represent both if that's the case. Or you could even build a few with the double-handed weapon to scatter between. What I'm probably going to do is pick up a second box of these just to build with the double-handed weapons because they look cool. But yeah, I very much enjoyed painting these guys. I've gone kind of old school on the basing scheme as well, using some static grass because, you know, if we're going classic Warhammer, we've got to do these in the old school style. But yeah, really nice kits. Now, they are a little bit fiddly to build, and obviously they are a little bit fiddly to paint as well. You have got a lot of detail that's covered by shields and the robes and the like, so do take your time doing these. These took ages to paint up for me, but I'm well, happy with the final kind of result of them. The Bretonnians are going to be a kind of a long burn project. People who've watched the kind of videos on here and checked out the site will know that I tend to smash through armies fairly quickly. I tend to get things painted up for reviews and the like. These I wanted to do a little bit different. I wanted to make sure that, this was a nice kind of showcase army. So obviously as part of that, I want the models looking as best as possible. So I'm not rushing these. I'm taking my time on them. Obviously the rest of the big Bretonnian box I'm going to paint up in the same scheme, and we've got things like the Questing Knights up for pre-order today as well, so I'll definitely be picking up some of them. I think there'll probably be one more wave after this with the Trebuchet and the mounted sorceress on the unicorn, and we've got a few other characters as well that we haven't got models for yet, so I think there will be another wave of these, but these are definitely worth picking up to add to your collection. Absolutely gorgeous. And like I say, it's a shame that we're not getting models like this for each of the races. But if we get some new plastics, then, that'll be cool. Thankfully, a lot of the existing range does work really well. And it's got that nostalgic charm to it. But this is maybe a little hint at what the world would be if we got a full plastic release. Obviously there was a statement put out recently about the Kislev army not happening anytime soon. I think the exact quote was not in the foreseeable future. Now, the next 2 years of the old world probably is the foreseeable future, and it could be that at some point in the future they do decide to do a full plastic model range for them, so we'll see. But I think that's probably where we're going to see plastics being more likely than on, orcs and goblins or wood elves, for example. Though a new plastic dragon for the wood elves would be cool. But yeah, these are really gorgeous kits. And and I can't wait to paint up the rest of them. It's been a nice little project to work on. So those are the Knights on foot. They are finally up for pre-order today. They come in boxes of 20, and I believe the price tag is £50, which isn't bad, to be fair. If you think of the price of great swords and the like, I think we're £25 for 10, and they're possibly even more than that now. So you are getting a full unit's worth. Now there's an argument that you don't necessarily need a full kind of box of these to make a unit of these. You might only have them 10 or 15, models in there. So obviously one option for these is you get 2 lots of command in here, so you could always build 10 with swords and shields and 10 with the double-handed weapons, and in hindsight that's probably what I should have done, but they look cool as a big unit of 20. So yeah, so that is a look at those. So let us know what you think of the Bretonnian releases. Will you be picking up any of these or the old returning kit? We've got the Knights of the Realm kit back up for pre-order today. I'm really excited with that because I can do my full kind of knight errantry force as well, which is really exciting. But yeah, thanks a lot for watching the video. If you have enjoyed it, why not give us a follow? We do lots of reviews and unboxings and battle reports and painting videos and stuff like that. We are going to have some more gaming content coming very soon as well. We've also got some Horus Heresy content up today as well. Taking a look at the new Solar Auxilia box, which is filled with lots of awesome stuff. So yeah, make sure to check that out if you're interested. We've also got a full write-up over on spruesandbrews.com as well, where I've got some more images of the models and the sprues and everything as well. So yeah, until next time, have a great weekend, and we'll see you soon.